Picture this. I'm chilling on my porch in Willow Creek, beer in hand, scrolling through my phone, when a Wi-Fi network pops up that makes my heart skip a beat. Lydianet enters T, broadcasting loud and proud from my locked shed. I live alone, folks, and that shed's my fortress, so seeing that signal felt like someone had picked the lock to my soul. Let me back up a sec. My name's Ethan, mid-30s, graphic designer. Just a guy trying to keep the peace in this sleepy suburb where kids ride bikes and the biggest drama's usually who's hogging the grill at the block party until Lydia Harper, our HOA dictator, decided my shed was her personal tech hub. Lydia's the kind of person who measures your grass with a ruler, blows a whistle at HOA meetings like she's running a boot camp, and sends emails about non-compliant porch lights that make you want to scream. I kept my head down, paid my dues, faked a smile when I passed her, but that shed? It's sacred cedar planks I cut myself, solar panel, deadbolt strong enough to stop a rhino. It's where I stash my tools, my vinyls, sometimes my laptop when the world's too loud. So when I swing open the door and find a cheap Wi-Fi extender bolted to my workbench, wires snaking like a tech parasite, I'm not just mad I'm violated. There's scuff marks, too, small, sneaker-sized, not my boots, and that little box is warm, blinking, stealing my bandwidth. I don't yell. I don't storm off. I just stand there, heart pounding, and know it's Lydia. She's been sniffing around, inspecting yards, claiming it's her duty. But this is theft me signal, my space. I check my security camera, and sure enough, 3 days back, there's Lydia in her neon visor, sneaking through my gate after my landscaper leaves, screwdriver in hand, slipping into my shed like she owns it. 5 minutes later, she's out, fanny pack adjusted, smirking like she's pulled off a heist. That night, her signal goes live. I'm fuming, but I keep it cool. March to her house at 7:30 p.m. early enough. She's probably drafting her next HOA manifesto. She opens the door, hits me with a smile so fake it could sell toothpaste. Lydia, I say, steady. I found your extender in my shed. Got you on camera. Her eyes flicker, but that smile holds. Ethan, that's absurd. She laughs, like I'm joking. Why would I need your Wi-Fi? My connection's fine. Maybe your router's glitchy. Cheap models do that. I blink. My router's new. I saw you go in. She leans against the doorframe, arms crossed. Maybe I was checking your sprinklers. You left them on last week, wasting waters against bylaws. I'm floored. You broke into my shed. She shrugs. HOA presidents gotta inspect shared spaces. That shed's basically communal. I'm speechless, gaslighting me to my face, and before I can fire back, she says, "Don't make a thing of this, Ethan," and slams the door. I'm left on her porch, rage bubbling like a volcano. She didn't just cross a line, she built a wall and dared me to climb it. That's when I start planning. I call my buddy Nate, a network engineer who lives for this stuff. I tell him the story, and he's laughing so hard he chokes on his Red Bull. She put an extender in your shed? That's next level crazy. He swings by with his gear laptop, scanners, looking like a tech detective, and we dig in. His screen lights up with not one, but 4 signals. Lydia_NXT, Lydia_home, Lydia_public, Lydia_guest, coming from my shed, the HOA utility box, a fake birdhouse across the street, and get Thesa garden gnome by the mailbox. She's not just stealing your signal, Nate says, grinning like he's cracked a code. She's running a pirate network, siphoning bandwidth from half the block. It's a heist. Her house is the hub, extenders forming a web across the park, the playground, even Mrs. Carter's yard, where she runs her online knitting classes. Nate's got logs, MAC addresses, timestamps, proof it's all traceable to Lydia. I'm pissed, but part of me's impressed by the sheer audacity. Nate wants to report her to the ISP, but I want something sharper, something she'll feel. That's when I spot an old terrarium on my shed shelf, left over from when I tried relocating a wasp nest from my gutter. And yeah, an idea starts buzzing, pun intended. If Lydia wants my shed, she's getting the full experience. I call Sarah, my beekeeper friend, who's as cool as she is tough. When I pitch the plan, she laughs so hard she drops her phone. You're not weaponizing wasps, are you? Nope, I say, just relocating them. Strategically, she agrees, but only if it's safe. I spend a day prepping sealing valuables, setting up a vented enclosure, making sure no one else gets stung. This is for Lydia, not the neighbors. Sarah brings a small wasp nest, maybe 100 of them, and we set it up right next to Lydia's extender, still bolted to the wall. I slap a red warning sign on the door, hard to miss, easy to remove. The extender's bait, the wasps are security. Then we wait. It takes one night. My camera pings at midnight Lydia, in a hoodie like she's in a spy flick, creeping through my gate with a flashlight. She pries open the shed, steps in, and holy hell, the audio's gold. A scream that could shatter glass. Yelps. Slaps. Pure chaos. She bursts out, flailing like she's on fire, trips over a hose, and sprints off, clutching her neck. I watch the footage 3 times, laughing till I cry. Nature's got my back. Next morning, the shed's humming like a concert. Lydia's blinds are shut, her car's parked, no sign of her usual patrol. But she's not done. People like her never quit. By noon, animal control rolls up. The officer's young, looks bored, says he got a call about a wasp infestation. I show him the shed enclosed nest, vented, warning sign. It's a pollinator habitat, I say, straight-faced. All up to code. He checks, sees the wasp chilling, and shrugs. Looks good. He's gone, and I know Lydia's seething. Sure enough, that night, the HOA portal's got a new post. Emergency meeting. Wildlife hazards. Lydia's claiming I've unleashed a bioterror threat, complete with photos of her red, swollen arm, probably from flailing, not stings. It's pathetic, but she's got nerve. Here's the twist. I'm not the only one she's screwed over. Mrs. Carter, the knitting lady, corners me that afternoon, furious her classes have been lagging for weeks, and she's traced it to Lydia's network. Then Mr. Patel, this quiet guy who loves his roses, finds an extender hidden in his garden. They're pissed, and they're with me. At the meeting, the room's packed, neighbors I haven't seen in years. Lydia walks in, arm bandaged, voice shaky, spinning a tale about me endangering kids with my death trap shed. She's got half the crowd nodding until I stand. I plug in a USB, and the projector shows Lydia sneaking into my shed, installing the extender, then fleeing from the wasps, screaming like a horror movie. The room goes from gasps to giggles. I hand out Nate's data signal logs, proof she's stealing from 5 houses. Mrs. Carter stands, voice like a blade. My class has dropped calls because of her. Mr. Patel adds, she touched my roses. The crowd's buzzing now. Yeah, that happened. Lydia stammers about framing, but it's over. The board chair cuts in. Lydia, you're suspended. We're investigating further. She grabs her papers, face beet red, and storms out, hissing, you'll regret this, Ethan. I grin. Get better Wi-Fi next time. The room cracks up. A week later, her house is for sale. Her husband's out yanking extenders from birdhouses and gnomes, head down, while the neighborhood watches. I throw a barbecue, burgers, beers, Nate running a Wi-Fi safety workshop. The shed's back to normal, wasps gone, new lock, a sign that says, private property. Buzz off. It's a hit. But here's the thing. I got my revenge, and it felt damn good. But was I the good guy? Wasps are no joke. Maybe I went too far. She stole, she lied, but did I cross a line? I'm still wrestling with that. What do you think? Drop a comment. Where's the line between justice and payback? If someone pushed you like Lydia did, what did you do? Hit that like button. Share this with your friends. Let's get this buzzing. Sorry, couldn't resist.